Hi, welcome back to my channel. I believe you are doing good. And today we are going to talk about Java record type and let's deep dive into the Java record type. So the prerequisite software is Java 14 comes with a lot of features, but I am focusing only on the record specific type. So in my lab exercise, I'm using JDK 18 and IntelliJ IDEA or Eclipse, your favorite IDEs, and intended audience are Java developers, architects, and others. So as I said already, Java 14 is the language supporting record type. This is like a plain old Java object that is called project, but it's a new type. That is a record type. It is similar to the same structure which follows, but lot of boilerplate code has been eliminated. That is the beautiful thing. The second thing is it is an immutable object. That means only constructor based creation always it happens. There is no setters, no getters. Say if I'm building a person class, then I'm implementing serializable, serializer version ID, and then fields like name, age. I have to write a setter method. I have to write a getter method. This called as mutators. Those are eliminated. So how do we define a Java record type in Java 14? Record, this is the keyword, followed by name of your object. Here it is person and the name of the attributes, string, name, integer, age. These two are my attributes, and then the object is being closed, the record class. How to do the validations on the fields, we will deep dive. How to inherit base classes and or interfaces. How to build generic record classes as per our application use case. Okay, these are the basic things or deep dive things which we are going to learn. Please listen from beginning to end so that you will be able to get some knowledge and hands-on learn. So where you can download Java software, this is the link. Now let's jump into the hands-on session. So let me create a package called record. Okay, now here I'm using the latest IDE which is supporting different variety of the classes. So I choose record. I say name of my object is person as I described in the PowerPoint. So here I'm going to define name and integer age. So to test this object I need a class. So I say record driver. This is a main class where I'm writing it. So I am going to write person p1 equal to new person, and it is a constructor based operation, so we must pass abc name. Say I small age as 12. So to access my details at runtime, we need to call from the p1. So p1 is my object. So name, I would say p1 dot name. This is how do you access it, comma age, p1 dot age. Let's go ahead and run this class. So it is compiling. Okay, so now record class, you understood how to define record class using a record keyword. and this is the structure. Now I'm good. Now I want to make sure that these fields are to be validated. How do we validate? If name, so to do that, we will write a condition ideally, correct? Before that, how do you build a syntax to validate it? Public like person. This is the syntax which Java 14 supports to do the validation on the fields. Name equal to null or blank equals name. If yes, then throw new runtime exception. I'll say name should not be null or blank. This is the first validation for the first field. If age, say if you want to make sure that age should not be less than the 0. So, so again the same thing we can do copy paste and then we can say age should not be a negative number. So this is how do you validate on the fields in record type class. Now let's go ahead and build another sample test data. See here I'm saying person P2. To do the evaluation of first field, I am making it as null or I can set as a blank. Now you will see a runtime exception at this line. Okay, let us go ahead and run this. So this one will be printed as usual, but when it is P2, it will be throwing exception because we are doing a validation at runtime. That is how it is. Or you can supply blank. So this is blank. Here also you will get null point runtime exception. Sorry, not null. This a blank value will be validated. This condition to be evaluated and it will be thrown. Likewise, you can build validations here. Okay, in the record object class. Now we wanted to build a inheritance. So for that, let me build animal. One interface I'm going to define. Say I don't know what are the operations I want to perform. I'm submitting a generic object type. Then I say animal type, one method. Okay. Now animals could be dogs, cats, cows, and so forth based on the use case. So I'm going to define a class of record dog. Okay. I have defined a dog class. Now here I wanted to use a parameter called shout sound. Shout sound. Based on the shout sound, I do some kind of calculations. Now I wanted to implement my interface. Which one? Animal of a generic type. So I have defined their generic type. So here I'm supposed to provide it. Because this is an interface, we should override a default method, that is animal. Okay. So here I do some kind of a logic evaluation. Say barking dot equals ignore case also you can use it. I'm not using at this moment. Shout sound, you can do validations for the shout field. I'm not doing it here. Okay. Then I would like to send this is a dog. Based on certain enumerations, you can build it. So because here I'm using a generic type, so if not dog, I want to return null. Or depends on your use case, you can go ahead and build it. Okay. So this is how do you define a record generic type followed by implementing any interface or class or abstract class. So now let us go ahead, fix these values and print it. You will get the correct values for the P2 here for the above. Now I'm going to have the of generic type. Say here I pass it as barking and this is dog. I call it as. And what is the name of the super interface? Animal. Of type what I wanted as a result. This is what I wanted. Okay. So here what I'm going to do is so dog dot animal type. I am getting and printing as a result. So this is how do you construct an interface of standard Java implementation in the record class. Okay, so you can do more hands-on based on this. Now let us go ahead and run this. So it is building, just wait for a moment. So based on the logic in the dog class, it returns this is a dog. This is the string you will get it. But if you want to assign, it will be casted to object class dot animal type. Okay, so based on the type of the object where you can cast it. Okay, so this is how you can build in your applications based on the use cases. Okay, I hope you understood the concept followed by the lab hands-on session, and that's it for the labs. Thank you for watching and happy learning at real time. So please comment it, subscribe it, like it, share with your friends and grow better. I'll come up with new video. Until then, thank you.